Subscribe to Prime TV and follow all our social networking sites. Hello and welcome to this episode of Gems of Goa Season 2. I'm Alisha Fernandes. Well, in today's episode of Gems of Goa, we have somebody who has won multiple pageants and someone who is somebody who has made Goa proud and at the same time represented India at an international level. Yes, I'm speaking about Reena Jain, who is the first runner-up at the Mrs. Cosmo International 2022. She has won Mrs. Cosmo India 2021 and Mrs. India 2021. So, Reena, welcome to Prime TV.
Namaste, and thank you so much for inviting me in your this program.
Yeah, Reena, to begin with, first of all, tell us how does it feel to become the first runner-up at an international pageant altogether? Tell us about the feeling.
The feeling is, I can't express the feeling. I'm very excited. I feel more recognized and more confident. At the same time, I am proud to say that I am the first Indian who had represented our country at Mrs. Cosmos International, and with God's grace, I have the first runner-up. Thank you.
So also in terms of now when we discuss about your entire experience, it must have been a one of a kind. So take us through it. How did it all happen? How did it all start for you?
Participating in a pageant is my actually teenage dream. But belonging to a very small village, and during my times I had not got any opportunity to do that, but that dream of mine remained somewhere in my heart, and I got the chance in my life now and I fulfilled my dreams.
So how was it like in terms of whenever you discuss about an experience, like I told you, like it may be a one of a kind and you've agreed to that. Tell us about the scenario there. You must be, how many participants were there? How was the training sessions and everything of that sort?
Okay, so as you already said that I won Mrs. India 2021 and I was crowned as Mrs. Cosmos India 2021 and Glamorous Eco Warrior. And I had got the opportunity to represent my country in the international platform as Mrs. Cosmos India 2022. So after winning the nationals, the journey became more challenging because I had to start really practicing in another level, international level. And I was improving on my communication skills. I was developing my mind, body and soul with my strict routine, diet chart, regime, practicing on my pageantry heel, and the list goes on, goes on.
So like what was the most challenging thing for you? Like you have already, as you said, you have already won Mrs. India 2021 and when you went, it was a notch higher, definitely. So but what was the major challenge that you came across?
The major challenge was balancing the work and home life, because we are in Mrs. category and Mrs. life is full of challenges. You know how it is. Every day we have to take up the responsibilities, we have to see the family, and I believe that I had planned my schedule according to the priorities of the work. I break my task into small and I set my goals with the deadlines. Honestly, I assess the time I waste, and that is the mantra which I practiced throughout.
So like when you plan out this entire thing, definitely there have been ups and downs in this journey. So any one instance that you can recollect or anything of that sort that you can share maybe with our audience?
Yes, because my pageantry journey started in the month of April 2022 and we all faced COVID. The COVID era came. It was supposed to be held in June 2022, the national pageant, but it got postponed and finally it happened in September 2021 in Mumbai. So, you know that COVID has affected everyone. The whole world was upside and down. And that time I also suffered, but with all the confidence, positivity, and with, we had to go with the grooming sessions, online grooming sessions with national and international pageants. And I had attended 100 plus grooming sessions. So that time it was a challenge that looking outside scenario when the negativity is around, you have to be positive while learning and working on yourself at that another level.
Exactly. So, like you said, you have gone through a lot of training programs.
Yes.
So, when initially you began this thing, were you ready to take up this? You knew that these were the things that I had to do. What was like the initial thought, or what you could say is the initial feeling when you said, like, I want to get into this? How did this happen? If I can ask you before that.
This happened, as I told you, that this was my dream, and definitely I was into a lot of style, fashion, and I was knowing what is happening around my world. Like always, I was having the awareness of all this. And when I came through with this national pageant on my Facebook newsfeed, I never took a two-step back, and I thought, no, I have to do it. And when, as quoted by Walt Disney, if you can dream it, you can do it. And that was my hard work, dedication, determination, and my dream, which helped me to keep going and push forward.
Reena, now if I may ask you, the journey of yours from Miss to Mrs. to pageant winner to international pageant winner, when you look back, was this the thing that you always had in mind?
Oh, yes. I can proudly say that I am rooted with Rajasthani culture, brought up in the tribal village of Jharkhand and settled in the paradise of Goa of incredible India. I am a loving daughter, sister, wife, mother, and mother-in-law as well. And I am pleased to say that I have fulfilled all the roles happily with a positive note. So my journey, as I described, that from my teenage, I came to Mumbai for my further studies, and then we are settled here in Goa, and I'm enjoying my family life and work life in Goa. So participating in the pageant started in the February 2020, and then I never knew that I'm going to win the national pageant. Only thing, I was working on myself, transforming myself on the another level. I have become confidently beautiful from inside out. Because thank you. Because pageantry is not only about the outer beauty, it is about the inside beauty as well. And pageant is a platform which helps you to unleash your complete potential. At the same time, you can work for the social cause also. You become the role model, you become the leader. And that I have experienced. After winning the national pageant, I went to the international pageant. When I won there, now I feel so recognized, so confidently beautiful, and definitely I'm looking forward for more to it.
Definitely. That's what I wanted to ask you. Now, when you see this entire scenario, we have also seen you have been very socially active in terms of working for the environment and for the nature. So, take us through that as well of yours.
Yes, my nature journey, I'm very close to nature. I have always felt one with nature, and I believe that my passion for it has allowed me to co-author 3 wildlife books. This started in the year 2012 when, with my son, he's a photographer, he started clicking birds around, and we collected some species, 20 species, and it was so hard for us to know. And the eagerness was so much that we should know, we should identify these avian creatures which we are finding around us all over in Goa. And then I went to the forest department, they helped us out, and we started recognizing, identifying the birds. It goes on, we collected somewhere 100 species, and we launched our first book, a photographic guide to birds of Goa, with the hand of our Excellency ex-Governor Sri Bharatveer Vanchu. And with the help of Goa Tourism Department, Sri Nilesh Kabral, Forest Chief Officer, and everything, whereby I had showcased my exhibition Birds Around Us as well. And we sold out our 1500 copies successfully. Wow. This journey never stopped. My son started clicking more birds, and we came up with the revised edition of a photographic Birds of Goa in 2015. Okay. Again, I had got the support with Goa Tourism, Goa Forest Department, and we had launched the book with Alina Saldana, okay, very successfully. And this journey never stopped. We have been to all the tiger sanctuaries in India, and we had launched our coffee table book, My Wildlife Odyssey, on tigers in 2019. Wow. Again, I have got the help with all the department, and this is how another episode to be the close to the nature is like I had chosen my social cause as environment tree plantation, and this was the national pageant who wanted us to work for a social cause. And I joined hand in hand with the Goa Forest Department, and I had managed to plant over 300 trees in all the educational institutes in Goa
Wow.
last year. Although it was COVID time, but the doors started opening slowly and we worked for it. I was making the post about the tree plantation and environment 20 days in one stretch in Instagram, Facebook, and different social media. And I had made it global. People from all over the world were planting the trees and sending the videos, and I was posting them.
Wow. I think initiatives like these will definitely bring about a change, and one of a kind initiative is this, wherein you are directly being connected to the nature, and I think that's something incredible. So whenever we discuss about your journey, like you said, you're into so many things right now. So tell us about your family and how is the family support for you?
Initially, the family was not that supportive because they didn't know what is happening, what I'm going to do. Later on, when they saw me doing the grooming sessions, 100 plus sessions, because I used to sit for 3 hours, 4 hours, any time in the day or night, because the international pageants, we have to match their timings according to IST, Indian Standard Timings. And looking at that, it was till national pageant, it was not that highlighted in my family. But after the national pageant, when I started working for myself on the international level, then my whole family, forget the family, my friends, my relatives, and everyone, the whole universe started helping me out.
So it was more of like, I think initially they were not aware about it, and the awareness was needed.
Exactly. Awareness, or you can say that, you need to understand what I am up to and what will be the results of all this.
Which you were evident and you were clear enough. And
Yes,
so it
I
took
was
time.
knowing because I had studied and I understood. I was going through with the journey with many pageant winners, and I was aware. But to make someone understand, you need to be very practical. You have to prove something to them.
True. And I think you've done a wonderful experience and an example you have set right now in
Thank you
this
so much.
scenario. Yes, thank you so much. Reena, now we're going to head to one of the exciting segments, which is the rapid fire round. So I will be asking you a couple of questions. You need to be very quick and very rapid. Okay, so brace yourself as we begin. The top 2 things we don't know about you.
That I am a party animal, and looking at me, you won't be able to make out that I am carrying a big bag of experiences called life, and you will find me always cheerful and happy.
Okay. Answer one word for the following: nature,
Oh, my life.
diet,
I see what I eat.
okay, age,
Age is a number for me.
pageant,
Pageant is a platform.
wildlife,
Wildlife is something, as quoted by Albert Einstein, look deep into the nature and you will find everything better.
definitely. Who is the one person that comes to your mind when I say the following? Barfi,
Definitely, I go to see the Rani Mukherjee.
okay, dancing diva,
Dancing diva is, for me, the one who really dance for herself, not for the world.
yeah. So who is it? Any one person that you can think of?
Definitely, dancing diva I can call Priyanka Chopra as well.
Okay, okay. Quickly answer the following. What would be your top 3 bucket list?
Top 3 bucket list is like I need to fulfill the responsibilities, I have to give back to the nature, and last but not least, I have to give back to the mankind.
Okay, a person who you'd admire the most.
My mother.
Okay, if you were granted one wish, what would that wish be?
If I'll get a chance to grant a wish, I would wish for the paradise on earth. How good it is going to be if once again the earth is going to be without any nature, global warming, calamities, and we are going to give the sacred and this heavenly earth to our future generations.
Indeed. So if there was a film in your name, what would you name it?
I'll name it I Mean It.
I mean it.
I mean it because it is going to be the whole journey of myself and people will get inspiration from it.
Okay. Any piece of advice that you would give to your younger self?
Oh yes, the piece of advice I'll give to my younger self is that grow up, fulfill your dreams and live the most. Thank you.
Okay. So before we end, I think you did amazing in your rapid fire
Thank you
round.
so
So before we leave and we end this episode, could you please take us through what are the next plans for you right now? What is there in store for you?
That time will tell. Definitely, some surprises are on the way, and yes, I'm getting some few more opportunities, and let it all happen. Then only you are going to see all.
We are looking forward to it, definitely. And before you leave, any particular message you would like to give to our viewers watching you?
I would like to tell the viewers that, as quoted by Jim Rohn, if you're not willing to risk the unusual, you are going to settle for the ordinary. So, please fulfill your dream, never give up, get up and go, make the most. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Reena, for taking time off and coming to our studio. It was great having you on the show.
Thank you.
Well, on that note, we come to an end of this episode of Gems of Goa. Keep watching your favorite show, Gems of Goa. Keep watching Prime.